is this? What's happening? Don't do this.
No.
Don't hang up on me!
You ever feel like life is treating you unfairly?
This is bad. I got a threshold for the abuse that I would take.
You're telling me that everybody's telling me to go fuck myself!
People screwed you over and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it?
I look in your face and I know that you're lying!
Except obsess about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda done?
I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss out his ass.
I'll fucking sew your asshole clothes and keep feeding you.
Yeah.
Keep feeding you.
So do we.
You say you're sorry. I'm gonna make you sincere.
This is Revenge Fantasies.
I'm coming to get you.
With Justin Silver and Dan Dunn.
Because now it's payback.
That theme song gives me chills.
It amps
every time
me
I
up.
hear it.
I was in a bad
You know
mood.
what's funny? By the way, this is Revenge Fantasies. I'm Dan Dunn, along with Justin Silver. And as always, our trusted producer, Alex. Hi, guys.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good to see you. Man, that fires me up. You know, last night I rolled back and I rewatched The Departed.
Ooh, good one.
And I feel like there's stuff in The Departed that could have made it into that opening sequence there because it's the ultimate revenge. At the end of the movie when Mark Wahlberg kills Matt Damon. And by the way, some assholes out there right now going, "What the fuck, you're spoiling it." Movie's been out for 15 fucking years.
It's been out 15 years.
So I'm spoiling it. Yeah. Everybody dies in The Departed. They all do. Every one of them. But that's the ultimate revenge, right? When Matt Damon walks in, he's got his groceries.
You don't suspect
Remember that?
it.
He sees him and he just fucking.
Yeah, and he's got
blows
the bags on his feet so he doesn't track anything.
That's right. He's a professional.
Dan, tell
Anyway.
everybody what the show is about. I like
don't
when you
know,
do that.
Well, here's what we do. Where the show was born is Justin and I are naturally, we're curmudgeons, I would say. So in the course of having conversations, we would talk about the many ways the world wrongs us on a daily basis. And I think at one point we just said, you know what would be great if we could just rewrite it, just go back and these things happen to you and just create like an alternate ending that is way more satisfying than what actually happened. And podcast magic was born. We
There
thought,
you go. Hence,
rather than actually do that, we'll just talk about it.
yeah. So we
Which
rewrite
feels
the
good.
endings of true stories the way they coulda, woulda, shoulda happened. And with that, I'm going to introduce our guest, if you don't mind, Dan. She is one of my favorite comedians in the city. I've done tons of shows with her. Very funny.
Which city? Wait, which city?
New York, Dan. You're in
Fucking
Los
love
Angeles.
New York. I love
A
New York.
city.
Just in the city, as if there's only one. There's
Oh,
only
yeah.
one city.
You know what? I don't
New
even.
York.
Yeah, I didn't even. When you asked me which
Cocky
city, I was
bastard.
like the city.
I'm
Yeah, I
from
thought he was
Philly, man.
joking. Yeah, Philly
I'm from
is
Philly.
a
That's a city.
It's a city.
I live in Los Angeles City.
a city.
You're,
Maddie Smith
The
is with us,
city.
everybody.
What's up, everybody? Happy to be here in the city. How are we doing?
We're good here in the city. I don't know where Dan is.
Yeah.
He's somewhere.
well, Maddie's wearing a Memphis Grizzlies t-shirt. Does that
I
count
am.
as a city? Memphis, is that
It's a
Is that
city.
cut muster with you, Justin? Is it big enough?
I've never been.
So Memphis?
No.
You would be appalled.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I get everywhere. When I was recently in Denver, and that's my favorite city that's my favorite place
Right.
to perform in. And then like, no, downtown Denver. And then
Right.
and when someone says downtown, I get, you know what, that downtown is New York. It's the New York numbers.
No, I know.
So when everyone's like, oh, we have a downtown. I'm like, you
Right.
don't have a downtown.
You don't.
You want a downtown.
It has tumbleweed floating through it.
It's got tumbleweed.
I know because I just went to Austin and stayed in downtown and it was empty.
Right?
As
Oof,
fuck. That's the
Austin's
problem.
wild, dude.
Wild. Yo.
So rapey there. Alleys and there's like you're like, what's going on over there?
There's just everyone, and just in terms of the people, they drink and do
It
drugs
feels like
heavily.
it feels like a zombie apocalypse to
Yeah.
me in Austin because like you have like by the end of the night there's people stumbling around and you can't really tell who's drunk and who's like just
Yeah.
homeless and been out there all day. It's wild.
Crazy. It's crazy. But living in New York, you feel like you blow your load because you go to any other city and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
what's
All right, I'm gonna go back to your airport. I love LA though, Dan.
Where are you from, Maddie? Originally?
Buffalo?
Oh, there's a city.
Yeah, it's something.
Now that's a city right there. I remember I came into, I was traveling around the country years ago, and I cut through Canada, and I came in up there. Isn't Buffalo right up around that ways
Yeah,
when
it's
you
right
come
on
in
the
through
border.
Canada? And I came in, and there was the thing you're not used to on the East Coast, you got to have that pass for all the fucking tolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Easy pass.
No,
whatever
you
it
do.
is.
You do have to have it here. You don't have to have it in LA.
Yeah, so this is about 7 years ago, but I go through the toll and there's an actual toll worker still there. And I asked him if he had like a pamphlet or something about the computerized. And obviously I'm basically saying, hey, do you have a pamphlet to tell me about the thing that's going to take your job away? And the guy like threw it at me. He was like, here. For the easy pass. And I guess looking back, I would have done the same thing. It's like, dude, you're going to this is the easiest fucking job. You're a union guy.
Yeah.
You take change. And you can't even have that.
Well,
The
that's why
world's
there's
taking
so
that away
much
from you.
resistance to Easy Pass and to like being able to use credit cards in the toll in case you don't have cash, is because they have such a strong union.
Can I say high suicide rate? I've
Yeah,
heard.
I heard that too.
Have you heard that, Dan?
I wonder why. It's such a dream job.
It is really ideal.
Oh, I get to spend 10 hours in this fucking closet again today. Yeah, this is great. And now I'm going to get into dangerous territory here because I don't want to by any means demean anyone and but I don't think I could handle I would kill myself. I don't think I could handle a job that's that monotonous where you do the same thing.
I could do
over
it if I had
and
an
over.
iPad to watch TV on.
But you can't because every 3 seconds you're like, yes, yeah.
That's why you got.
How are you going to watch it?
The non-busy tolls. You got to get the ones that aren't as active. You know. You don't do the battery tunnel.
Shit.
You'd like to be transferred.
Yeah,
You'd like to be transferred to the most remote outpost there is.
Yeah,
Maddie, we're sending you to
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
What's the least? And then we'll get into Maddie. So what is the most monotonous job? Like, what's the bottom line? Like, could you work at like a Home Depot? Like, what's the bottom line of monotonous jobs that you think you could do and not go crazy?
Based on my experience in Home Depot, I could do what the employees do there, which is not help you. So easily could work at Home Depot. But I feel like tow truck driver maybe.
Truck drivers up, yeah.
Well,
That's a
truck
little bit more
driver
movement.
monotonous because there's always the potential your brakes fail when you're going downhill. That would be exciting.
You're allowed to do math.
You got to
True.
you get met and you get to see different things. Get blowjobs in parking lots. By,
Oh, yeah. There's that.
I mean, I think there's fun. A truck driver offers enough stimulus, I think, but it's the jobs where you are locked in to one place and you have one task.
Like post
and you
office.
just do it.
Post office.
Over. I'll tell you this, a sign of the scary times to come, there's a movie theater near here that has completely eliminated the ticket takers. No more. It's all computers, kiosks.
Yeah.
Gone.
I think some of them in New York are getting there, yeah.
What are all these people going to do? Because the jobs are all going away, right? Like toll taker, ticket taker, taking of anything, any job that required,
Paper.
That's all gone, right? So what are these people where are they going?
Can I answer that question?
Fucking homeless now in Venice. They're living on the street near me.
And the answer to that question is rub and tug. That's the one hand job that cannot be ever replaced by a robot.
Hand jobs?
Rub and tug.
Is that a hand job?
A hand job. They massage you, and then they, which I'm not a fan of, by the way. I
I
just
don't
want
do
to.
hand jobs on principle.
You don't give them.
Yeah.
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 Well, who wants a hand job? Can anybody?
I know.
I can't finish with a hand job unless it's me doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Who would that's just like not fun. Like
You
we
do?
could be doing all these other things that are better than
Really?
the hand.
Yes.
Everything on your body feels better to me than your hand.
Armpit?
That's what I would be thinking to myself.
Armpit?
I would fucking armpit. I'd probably get off.
At least it's a little
But
moist.
a hand job, not going to happen. Sorry, Maddie. I'm coming in way hot today with the,
It's okay. My revenge
Making-
story is relatively dirty.
Oh, well, let's get into it. Let's get
all
into
right.
it.
I have
We
a
got
clean
Shut
backup
the-
just
shut
in
up.
case you guys are
No, let's start with the
Brian
dirty
Regan
one.
over here.
No. Let's start with the dirty one.
Okay.
And we'll all come together. We'll all come together.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that.
If you're lucky.
Okay,
Dirty
now
fuck. No,
you-
I did not mean it like that. I said We'll all come together and rewrite the ending. All right, let's hear your story. I'm
All
excited.
right, so everybody knows, because this is a new show. Again, Maddy will tell a story. This is a real. Do you affirm that this is a true story? This actually happened, Maddy.
It actually happened, yeah.
We
Yes.
want names
Tell
and
the
social
story.
security numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, beginning, middle, and end. She's going to tell the story, and then at the end, we will workshop. We'll workshop a new ending that will be more satisfying to Maddy.
Okay,
Hopefully.
sounds good.
right.
Trigger warning, sexual issues. Okay. I know sometimes guys get
Wait,
weird about sex
Does that
stuff.
mean pull my pants down now? Is this what? Are we at that
No,
part
I
yet? No?
asked
Oh,
that
okay.
you don't, actually.
Don't
Justin
bring up
can, but you're
sex
good.
around Justin. He's insatiable.
Okay, ready?
All right.
Okay, so I'm
Yes.
from Buffalo. This was in 2010.
I'm hard
Graduated.
already.
I know.
Hard
But
already.
You heard Buffalo and you said, okay, let's fucking go. Penetration time. Okay, so I go to school up there. It's called SUNY Geneseo. It's a liberal arts school in between Buffalo and Rochester.
Hang on.
Oh,
Do you have a tissue in the room, Al?
So I'm a freshman in college, 18 years old, turning 19. And I started kind of getting with this guy. And we hit it off. We hit it off a lot.
How old is he?
He's in my age. Yep.
Very appropriate.
Lots of chemistry, good sex, good
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Didn't really label anything. You know, it's college. You're like, we're hanging out.
No.
I personally don't like, you know how like you're like, oh, I don't know what we are. But then the guy's like, fuck, this is going too far. And you're like, we're just fucking and I'm also fucking other people. But thanks for blowing it up for no reason.
Yeah.
It's not a guy thing, but a lot of guys freak out when it gets like too far.
I think we've already established that you're awesome, Maddy. Continue.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Even at 18, I had that gluck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started hanging out with this guy. A couple months in, vibing. All the things are there. Text back, but fingering, sex, blah, blah, blah. The blowjobs. Not that huge of a dick, but you know, one time he came in his pants. That's pretty 18-year-old stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
that's how awesome I am.
Wow. Can I say, I just saw Don John again. Remember that scene? You know the scene with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and what's her name? Help me out. Colin Jost.
I never
Scarlett
saw-
Johansson.
Oh, okay.
And she grinds his cock in the hallway, and he like comes in his pants.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
The Heavens and Showgirls, too.
a nice cum in the pants.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's great.
It's fun. He tried to hide it, though. I was like, yo.
I miss those days, man.
I know,
God
right?
damn
Back
it.
when you could come. So
It was like easy. Well, and not only when you could come, but like stuff came out, and then
Yeah.
it wasn't dust, and then also
Yeah.
I would want to do it again within 48 hours. Like
Yeah.
now I'm like,
Right.
oh, gotta get that out of the way. For
once a
week.
week, definitely.
Yeah, it's like taxes.
Yeah,
literally,
Jesus
quarterly.
Christ. All right.
Self-employed quarterly. So yeah, we start hooking up. It's all good. It's awesome. We hang out a lot, blah, 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 parties. So like in October, we are hooking up before class. It's the morning and I go to Sucky Sucky. I think it might have been the first Sucky Sucky.
Where? Outside of the school?
No, we're in my dorm room.
In the dorm
In the dorm room.
Got
Little
it.
twin bed, extra long twin bed raised up. And this guy, I'm blowing him. And before he comes, he pushes my head down and forces me to swallow his shit.
Really?
Yeah. And I wasn't like, for me personally, I'm like, yo, you got to be married to me before you do that. For me personally, it was a lot for someone I've been seeing for like a month and a half.
That's a lot.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Wait. So let me make sure I'm clear.
Yeah.
He's about to come.
Yeah.
At which point you would have lifted up and maybe done the jerk or something.
Yeah, I probably would have done the
But
jerk.
He was not having that.
Or I
He
would have
was not
said,
having that.
or I
He-
would have said to him, "You can come in my mouth." You know, you tell
You need
someone.
permission.
You get permission, even if
gotta
you're
give the
inside of
warning,
someone.
yeah.
Listen,
Yes.
you're a toll booth operator, so he has to pay the toll, and then
Yes.
you lift the gate.
Agreed.
Motherfucker blew through the goddamn gate,
Agreed.
and that's unacceptable.
And that's why the suicide rate's so
he
high
didn't
because he
tell
killed
you?
himself
He didn't
after
give
this.
you a warning?
No warning.
No
And-
warning.
No.
He didn't say, I'm going to come.
No, just like, and I
Oh,
remember it
that's
vividly.
wrong.
Push,
Wrong,
push, push, come in my throat. I have no choice but to swallow it. And I was like, I lifted up, swallow. I said, yo, you can't fucking do that, bitch, because I'm a boss ass bitch.
Yeah.
And he like apologized profusely, but you know, like when you're not feeling like forgiving at the moment, you're like, you just got to go. You just got to leave.
Yeah, that
You
was
just
a
gotta
lot.
leave. And then
Wait, I would have come again when you called me a bitch and said you were a boss ass bitch. I would have came
I
again
know, but we all
immediately.
have our
God
different
damn it.
kinks. We all have our different kinks. And so the guy like leaves. I'm like, fuck that. But I know he'll be begging me for forgiveness. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
like- but then I didn't hear from him for like a couple weeks. And then
Alex is reacting.
Right? This is a problem, right?
Well, yeah, especially that moment that you just described where you're like, I'm almost excited that he fucking did this shit to me because now he fucking owes me.
Owes
big time.
me.
Especially at that age, you're like petty like that. You're like, oh, I can't wait to see how he tries to make up for this.
Apology tour coming through.
Yeah.
A week later, I'm like, yo, I haven't heard from this fucking guy. I'll ask him to hang out, and he's being distant and stuff. And so I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So you start blaming yourself for yelling at someone for fucking coming in your mouth without permission.
Like a silent gaslight.
Yeah, literally gaslighter. So then what happened was, it's my birthday a little bit later. I get blackout. I confront him. And he says, you got mad at me, so I figured it was over. And now I'm over you.
This is tricky.
Dude, I just got...
He gaslit me into thinking it was bad for telling him not to come in my mouth prematurely.
I swear to God, I just got that feeling that you get when somebody like cheats on you, like in your chest. That pissed me right the fuck off.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
That.
I thought the guys were looking bored. I'm glad that I have an ally on my side.
I'm taking this in.
I'm measuring the things I want to say and going,
okay,
what should I not say here?
Yeah.
That kind of sounds reasonable to me. No, I'm kidding. It does not.
Yada. It sounds like an 18-year-old thing to see conflict in a fine relationship and bail. But then it caused me to, for the next 10 years, hoe out and not say anything to
10
people.
years?
Literally, until literally yesterday. Literally till 10 minutes ago.
I love this story.
I let someone come in me this weekend, so it actually hasn't really changed. But I have an IUD, so it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. But that was a little bit hoey of me. But literally, it made me shut off my, don't say when something bad has happened. Don't say when someone has fucked you when you're blackout. You know what I mean?
Can I say something?
It affected me for years after that.
Can I say something?
Yes.
And I think Dan's going to echo this. I love the stakes on the story because it's we think it's just like a silly sex story. It's legit vulnerability here and the consequences thereafter. I've experienced shit like this 100%.
Yeah.
So I think what we do is we have to analyze to first be where was he coming from? We'll give you the male's perspective.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this guy, even though what he did was douchey, you could tell he felt fucking mad insecure.
And the only way to move on from that when you're 18 is to be okay, I guess I'm done with her. Well, you go ahead. Yeah. I love a male perspective because I'm trying to figure you guys out. I'm recently single, so you know what I mean.
We're not that men are not that different from women. They don't express their emotions as honestly as they do or as candidly as they do. But it's sort of the same shit. I'll let Dan go first on this because you said you were chomping at the bit, buddy.
With the benefit of age,
Round 1
comes perspective, right? So now, looking at it now.
How old are both you guys? You guys are what, 30s?
Older than 18.
No, you're not.
Sure.
Okay.
18, yeah.
How old are you? Are you 40?
You know what?
I'm the oldest one here.
Okay.
There, that's how we're doing it now.
On the advice of my agent, I'm not allowed to say
I
how
understand.
old I am.
I understand.
I'm 28, Maddie.
I'm 30. I'm 30, so
Okay.
yeah.
So, those are great numbers.
Young, tight pussy girls.
All right, easy, buddy.
All right, easy now.
Easy, buddy.
This is what I would say. Looking at it now, from my perspective, I think, well, that's a mind fuck for you. But I'm going to try to put myself, and we've sort of touched on it, in this kid's mind, and he's a kid, right? Let's face it, 18, 19 years old, you're a kid. He probably felt obviously you're feeling probably humiliated. You're feeling like you were not, violated and all that. But I think he's probably feeling like, man, I fucked up, right? I just fucked up and he didn't know what to do. And at that age, rather than try and process it and figure it out, I think the default thing is to just go, all right, I'll move on, because you're not mentally developed enough to think to yourself, well, maybe I need to work through this. Even if we're not going to stay together, we're not going to do anything, I can't leave it this way. And maybe try to explain himself, or, I watched, and the other part of this too, that we're talking, 11 years ago?
Yeah, I'm petty as fuck.
I think a big
but I don't have a lot of burn bridges, just so you guys know. I'm incredibly stable, so this was a hard podcast for me to prepare for. I had to dig deep into the early days.
Well, I think of kids that came up. So when he came up, porn, internet porn.
I was just gonna say.
I think a lot of young guys are fucked up. They don't know. They learn sex from watching porn, and a lot of the fucking porn is get your fucking head on my cock, and and they think like, and of course in the pornos they never go, oh, that sucks, and now my self-esteem is low, and I'm feeling. They never do that. They just, yes, baby, fucking shoot it down my throat. So I think young dudes 10 years ago, he learned sex from watching porn, and he was probably watching aggressive porn that reinforced that notion in his mind that it's completely okay to jam your head down onto his cock when he's about to come and not even tell you.
Alex agrees.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that.
Literally writing down just a similar thought to chime in with, that it's like, I think an awesome way to get revenge against this dude in a way that would not even
push
punish
his
him.
head on your clit.
I mean, yeah,
but
the problem with that type of revenge, and I truly mean this, is that like 9 out of 10 dudes are just gonna love it. It's
literally,
it's too much of a reward. Yeah. Like, I think something that could benefit this dude in the long term and also punish him in the short term is to somehow get this dude's IP address to not ever register porn. He cannot watch porn. At all until he is better.
Until he's 30. Mm-hmm. That's what I think the actual age of consent should be.
What was your initial thing? Because here's the thing. I agree with Dan where I'm like, shit. The real fuck up is the lack of correspondence and apology after.
That's
and
what it was.
That's what it is.
It was like, once I got over the dick thing, you're like, you know what? We all make mistakes in bed, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk it out. But there was no option to talk it out because he left me in the dust.
Right.
So that's what ultimately I was more annoyed with, was the silence and then the blame that I had for myself.
Yeah.
For saying something like, you should have just taken that cum and said that was awesome.
No.
You guys would have still been together.
No.
Yeah, but that's what you tell yourself when someone starts distancing.
I know that. And that's where, here's where the dilemma lies in. So this is a tricky one because this is a societal, Dan? Social or societal problem?
Societal.
This is a societal problem. The porn industry is really who deserves to be punished, but he's got to do some sort of community service for you. He has to. He has to do some community. Listen, no penance unpaid here on Revenge Fantasies. While I want to be like, hey, buddy, you know what you really need to do? I'm going to educate you and sit you down a little bit. I'm going to put him on. I'm going to put him on Uncle Justin's 28-year-old lap here.
Shame on you. No more porn for you, little boy.
And I'll be like, no more porn. And I'm going to explain to you how women deserve to be treated because I'm a stud. And now we're going to apologize to Maddy, and then we're going to pay it forward with the next woman. But we can't do that here in Revenge Fantasies because that's just not enough.
Not enough.
So there has to be some penance paid, even though you're sorry. And we know he's sorry. We need a little bit of he needs a spanking.
Round 2, fight.
Wait, let me just say this. First of all, for any women listening out there, especially 18, 19-year-olds, this happens to. The easiest revenge right off the bat, Maddy, and I know it's after the fact, but this is what you do.
Is to
when
tell
he does
everyone,
that, he comes.
And me too, him.
You absolutely do not. No, you don't swallow it. When you just keep it in your mouth and you immediately slide up like you're going to give him a kiss and spit it all over his face and go, "How's that feel?" No, seriously, because like he didn't ask you. You're not into this. This is my thing. I love to spit your cum into your mouth.
Yeah.
You're not into that? Yeah, like that would freak me out if you came up and like tried to kiss me and like spit my own cum into my mouth. First of all, now he's like, oh shit, am I gay? Because I just swallowed my own cum. So now that's going to fuck him up for a couple of years. But yeah, that's the simplest payback is just keep it in your mouth, slide up like real romantic like, and go to kiss him and spit his own cum into his mouth. And then go, oh, you didn't want that?
Ooh, shit. Hold on.
My bad.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Then, since you're at college, right, you could like go to a party with him the following week and be playing Never Have I Ever and just like embarrass him in front of everybody. Like, never have I ever swallowed my own cum.
Yes.
Put a finger down.
Yeah. I think, like, guys are also live in fear of being like outed as sexual predators.
Yes.
So the biggest revenge is just telling everyone.
The interesting thing with this one, here's because we all understand in hindsight, we're like, oh, okay, we all see the psychology of it, but young Maddy does not. So if we go back like in a time machine and we reenact it at that time period, I agree with Dan where it's like you put his cum in his mouth and then you slap his dick and then you spit in his face. You're like, homeboy, that's not how you fucking treat. And then if he starts like ghosting you, then you can kind of the way you would do about it, you'd be like, oh, what's the matter? Like that was like a little too much for you to handle. You can't, and that, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you at all the points where it was sort of turning back on you and you internalized it, you would just throw it right back in his face to make him step up and sort of own his shit.
Right.
Which is ultimately what like. a kid can't do that an adult, like now, if that happened.
I would fucking, like, yeah, easily.
You would say, yeah. Well, another thing you could do is go.
Or now I would be blowing someone and I would look at them and say, don't come in my mouth, bitch. That's what I do now.
Yeah.
Because I have so much trauma.
So do it.
When I blow people, I say, don't come in my mouth.
What if you like really are into the guy though?
I swallowed cum recently. I was like, whatever. I don't know. It's I'm such a hoe.
No,
it
you're
depends
not.
on the sitch. Really depends on the sitch, but I haven't had a head push down since then.
No, that's the other way to do it. Is like what if he has like an older? Here's a great way to do it. What if he has like an older sibling that you're really into, and you start like fucking the older sibling, and because that guy's like so charming,
Oh yeah,
you'll do.
that's any good
then you
revenge
let-
is like banging his friend,
That really is the
banging
worst.
his friend, getting hot. Obviously, which I don't need to do. And yeah, I think
What if you fucked the
What about when he
roommate?
came? What about when he came? If you went, oh my God, I love it when guys ram my head down under their cock. When they do something totally unexpected that I wasn't expecting, kind of like this, and you fucking stick your finger right up his asshole when he's
my
not
God.
expect, like 3 fingers
Yeah, and
right
then
into
he
his
comes.
ass, and go, does that? And then, he comes again.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe you guys would figure out your kinks at 19.
I'm much
18,
more
19 years old.
into
Like, God,
I'm much more into psychological revenge.
I think then Alex.
not
I think.
sticking your fingers in his ass. By the
Yeah.
way, Justin, can I look? Quick aside here.
Yep.
What if? Because this has happened, and I'd love to get Alex and Maddie's perspective on this.
Oh, I thought we were about
Not
to
a
play
fan
never,
of when
never would
when
I
the
ever.
woman
Never
goes
Would I
in when the woman goes in with the finger in the ass
Yeah.
without asking.
So that has never happened to
fan.
me.
Justin always asks.
No, that's
No, I'm kidding.
that's never happened to me. What has happened is listen. I don't suffer from the delusions that your ex college boyfriend has. I'm very much like feeling everything out. A lot of communication here,
Yeah.
but
I don't do butt stuff, just so you guys know.
You don't do what?
Butt stuff.
You don't do but you do, to other people. You don't.
Both 2 ways.
I will. But there's a lot of like, there's got to be a like, they'll be like hinting toward it, and then at the I coo to let you know how I feel.
Yeah.
So I'm
Is
half
there
a
such
chick.
thing as too much communication? No, I think there's
Yes.
too much. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, if a guy's like asking you too much,
Shut the fuck
does this
up.
feel good? What do you want me
Yeah.
to do? Get the fuck up. Just fucking do it, man.
Just
Let's
be
go.
intuitive.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like the little,
It's like little
subtle hits.
You can, if I'm
Subtle
a
hints.
girl and I want my head pushed down, I can also cue him to do that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying.
But I did not give any of those cues.
I kind of think Alex. I think the spitting it back in his mouth.
That's
and
a good
then-
one, yeah.
And then playing "Never Have I Ever" at a party, and watching that finger go down.
Yeah.
And then what happens is this.
You could also, take that opportunity to tell the whole story. Never have I ever pushed a girl's head down on my dick while I was coming without giving her a warning, and then swallowed my own cum subsequently to pay for what my actions, and then just look him in the eye.
And you point at him and say, put your finger down, bitch.
And then
Wow, that's some revenge right there. I'm loving
Yeah.
this.
It would be the
revenge.
talk of the party for the rest of the night. Everybody loves gossip.
Oh,
like
they
that shit would
love.
spread. If you had 5 people in that group, I promise you 100 people would know that information the next day.
100.
Wildfire.
And then you
Wait.
fuck the other dudes at the party who did not put a finger down for that.
I have a good
You understand
one.
what I'm saying? Go.
Yeah. The 2021 version is posting that on TikTok and having it go viral.
Yes.
Oh, that would be a great TikTok. I
Him
would
and
read the
you?
comments of that
Him and you?
TikTok for
Yeah.
an hour if I came across that. I swear.
Him and you.
The ladies have spoken on this episode.
That would go viral.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Note to self.
Don't
What I won't be doing. I know what I will. I know what I will not be doing anytime soon. The head ram, which up to now was a big part of my sexual repertoire.
Yeah, but you're also.
I'm like Justin. I need to have permission for everything that happens.
Yeah.
If for no other reason than like I just don't want to like be ever even remotely suggested that anything bad would happen with me sexually. So yeah.
But you don't need an HR fucking consent form. You're smooth. You know what I'm saying? You're not like, excuse me, is
Yeah.
it okay? It's like way to take all the sexy out of it, make it like a fucking doctor's appointment. You don't do
Yeah, you
that.
can-
Well, I did
tell
have an
when they-
idea though, Justin, for an app. I had an idea for an app, and I meant legit. Maybe someone's already done this. because like if you're going to have sex and you've been drinking, this is true. You have this app and you both go on the app and you both say you got to talk. Maybe there's like little cognitive things that you're going to consent to sex. This goes to a server that nobody has access to. No one ever sees it. It's only accessed if later there's an accusation. So you do it before sex and after sex. You go, we're both consenting to having sex. We've been drinking, but we're good. We're going to have sex. And then when you get done, you go, everybody feeling good? Okay, we feel good. Boom. No, I'm not joking. This is a good idea. And then later, if there's an accusation, you could go, let's roll the tape. Here it is. Here, like we're both speaking fluently. We're both not fall down drunk. We both consented to this. And at the end of the sex, we said that it was fine. What's wrong with that idea?
I would never participate in that.
I have a great name for the app. We call it.
I call it "Don't Rape."
No, the name of the app is it's Fucky Time with a question mark.
Okay.
Fucky Time. What do you think? Fucky Time? No?
I hate that name.
You hate the name Fucky Time?
Yeah.
I hate that name.
Fuck no?
We can workshop. Spitball.
Yeah, I see some inherent issues with this app. I feel
Me
like
too.
a predator would love to just like take advantage of using this app. You cannot tell what happened between the last input of what this couple put into the app and the end of the night. I mean, he could have pulled out a gun and put it to her head.
1,000,000%. He could push her head on his cock.
Yeah.
True.
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry to. I feel like I'm really
No
a
shark.
curmudgeon on this episode.
No Shark Tank for you,
Yeah,
Dan.
yeah. It's a no for me,
I thought
dog.
I thought this was gonna be my mark in history. He's
that
the
reason,
guy
I'm
that
out.
did the rapey. He did the rapey app. That's him.
Yeah. I've also consented to
me.
sex in like a full blackout, just so you know. I know that's probably scary to say, but and to hear.
Well, no, that's a time when you're very likely to do it, I feel.
Yeah.
To be like, fuck yeah, let's just fuck. I don't
Let's
even care
fuck.
what you look like.
Yeah.
That's the main tool that people trying to fuck you when you don't want to use.
Right.
Like, have a little sip of one of these.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Not a single one of us has ever not. All of us have woken up at some point and gone, "Did we fuck last night?" Like everyone, I have. Did we do it last night? Even if it's with your girlfriend, you're like, you were drinking. You're like, I don't remember. Did we fuck? Maybe.
Can I be honest with you? Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer that.
Yes.
Never have I wondered if we. Never have I ever. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the episode, by the way. Never have I ever. Never have I ever wondered if we fucked, but I certainly have not remembered what happened during it.
Yes.
But I know
Or if
we
you
have.
came, or if you came. I've had that.
I just know that I didn't.
I'll quit
I just know that I didn't come.
if you're drunk.
if I'm
Me
sober
too. I usually quit. I give up when I'm drinking and having sex. I'm like, all right, that's enough.
For a woman, you can pretty much feel if you've had sex.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys don't feel it as much. We can feel like our veg.
No, you can feel like a little
Right.
bit. You can
I agree with that.
Okay.
You can feel
my
like
ass gets sore. Oh.
you can feel it. Do we have time for Maddie's second story? Do we have and then we have some fun games we want to play with you.
Okay.
Doesn't involve grabbing the back of your head. I promise.
I know. I'm like, games? You know I don't do those.
I promise.
Is it fucky
right.
time?
It's fucky time.
It's butt stuff Tuesday.
What's up Tuesday here on Revenge Fantasies. Do we have time for your second story? Let's hear
Yeah, the
another
second
one.
story is not as fun. It's a little bit boring, but I still remember it. Also in college, but senior year of college. Okay, so it's a little shorter. Senior year of college, I was in a group of gals. It was 5 of us, but I didn't live with them. They all lived together. And so Halloween comes around, and we're hanging out, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't tell me that all 4 of them were dressing like different stages of Britney Spears in her life.
That's what me and Dan did fucking last year.
You actually did?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
No.
I've done
Oh, I don't know. Everyone's pretty gender fluid with their, things.
We did not. But go ahead.
So I was like shook to my core. I was like, oh, you guys did a group Halloween costume without telling, right?
Yeah, I'm
Alex and I
upset.
are on the same page
Fucked.
today. You guys don't even get it.
No,
But
I
it's an
get it.
emotion.
I'm
It's like
listening.
being left out by a group of girls is like one of the most harmful things that can happen to your
That hurts so
brain.
bad.
It hurts so bad. It changes the chemistry of your brain. So I showed up and then I got blackout and cried.
What
Wait, what were you dressed as?
I was dressed as a mom.
Aw.
It was a hard time in my life too. I had just gained like 70 pounds. I used to be a little fat.
You know what you should have done?
Mm-hmm.
Easy answer. You should have been like,
Hooked them all up with that ex-boyfriend of yours. That's what you should have done.
Hilarious.
Hooked every one of those girls up with the head,
Hey,
grabber.
you want to meet
There
this
you go.
guy? I know his name is
Perfect
Eric.
guy for you.
Hilarious.
He's the best.
So I don't know if that's that might just be emotional, but I was really upset. That was the biggest, one of the more.
couldn't you flip that and be like, hey, I'm Britney Spears' mom, and now none of you are allowed out of the house anymore, and you have to give me all your fucking money. And
Yeah, and you lock the door and burn the house down.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Just go full Britney Spears'
That's a good
mom
one.
on them.
That's a good one.
You should have shaved their heads.
I should have shaved their heads and put them in a conservatorship.
Yeah,
I think
you
guys are
bitches
right.
want to be Britney?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Chicks?
We're all 2008 Britney now.
Yeah, now, yeah.
Wait, why'd they leave you out?
I don't know. I never knew because I'm such a pouty bitch that I was like, okay,
Maybe they thought you were more of a Christina Aguilera type.
maybe. It was also a communication error
maybe.
on my part. You know what I mean? I could have been like, yo, what the fuck? I was pretty much like, oh, I didn't know you guys were doing
don't
this.
blame. No, you're blaming yourself now because it's like, sure, you could have asked what everybody's going to be, but if they're all going to be literally the
I'm
same
like,
thing, they
yo.
should have let. If you guys hung out every day, they should have
Right.
let you in on that.
You guys
shit.
had a group chat without me.
Yeah.
You're like, and it didn't once cross your mind to be like, we should tell Maddie.
I had a group in 8th grade who, like, on Fridays, we would all go to the movies together every week. And
Mm-hmm.
literally just one week of 8th grade, they left me out for an unknown reason
Yeah.
to see Snow Dogs. And it hurt so fucking bad, dude.
It hurt. It's
It
painful.
hurt.
This is every story of my childhood.
But you know how she got her revenge for Snow Dogs?
Go.
She killed Paul Walker later. They were all big
Oh
Paul
my
Walker
God.
fans. Is that dark?
Jeez.
Sorry. We're just
They were definitely Paul Walker fans if they were in 8th grade.
He was a stud.
He died, right? Didn't Paul
he
Walker
da-
die?
didn't he
Didn't he
date
drive
a-
into a tree or something?
Didn't he date a 16-year-old too?
No.
Did he?
Oh,
look it
hey,
up.
take that
Hold on,
out.
I'll look
Oh,
this
sorry.
Wait, let's look this up.
Wait a
He had a-
minute.
when he was, he had a young girlfriend for a second.
How old was he?
Paul Walker?
20s. 16-year-old girlfriend.
He was 14.
Alex, look it up.
I've never heard of that. I heard he was, like, really good. Oh my! Oh wait. At the time of
I
his
don't
death,
think we want to be talking
Paul
shit
was
about
40,
a dead man. Even though
Yeah,
I'm
no,
brought
you
it
don't-
up.
dating
take it
someone
out.
who was 23. But he had been dating her when she was 16 and he was 33.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no.
No.
I mean, what a terrible
yeah.
person.
Wow.
I think that revenge is good. I say you go. You're Britney Spears' mom, and then
Yeah.
you get rid of all their privileges
Yeah.
and you take all their fucking cash.
I think that's the way to go.
Secretly do a conservatorship.
You go Britney Spears. Oh, we lost Dan's feed. Hang on one second.
It's gonna
Dan.
come back. Don't worry. You're good. You're good. Don't
Outta
worry.
here. All right. Cool.
back.
Do we want to play some fun games with Maddie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Want to do a little annoying little things?
Want to do a little annoying little thingies or real revenge first? Let's do this. I have an idea.
I think
Before
annoying. Can you not hear me, Justin?
I can hear you. Hello.
We're good.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
All right. I can hear everybody.
Okay.
No, I was saying let's do annoying little things. And then you immediately after that said, should we do annoying little things or real revenge?
Okay.
It sounds like Justin wants to do real revenge instead.
No, it's not. I was gonna hang on. Let's
All right,
pause
you
there.
go first.
I was gonna say let's go to plugs and then come back with that.
Bang bang. Let's do it.
Okay. Before we get into these fun little games, let's go to plugs. Maddie, our guest, what do you have?
Yes. Does this come out this week or next week?
Probably next week.
Okay, cool. Catch me at Hartford Funny Bone December 29th, one night only. And then between January and March, I'll be in DC, Poughkeepsie, Michigan, Chicago, and Atlanta.
Shit.
So follow me on Instagram, so Maddy Smith, for those dates. And listen to my podcast called That Time of the Week.
And follow Maddie on what's your TikTok as well? Because your TikToks are so
Maddy
funny.
Smith, same thing. Yep.
So Maddie Smith.
All the medias are the same.
For me, it's at I am Justin Silver on all social media platforms. Instagram's the one I'm most active on. I have my other show, Neurotica, The Search for Good Sex, Inner Peace, and the Perfect Hand Sanitizer. It is a sex and anxiety podcast that I do at Gas Digital with Natalie Cuomo. We have a fun Patreon page Patreon page on that where people can ask us questions and then we answer them on air. I'm on the road a bunch, and you could just go to my website, IamJustinSilver.com, or just check out my social media and you will see my road dates there. Daniel.
I am at the Imbiber, TheImbiber on Instagram and Twitter. My other show is called What We're Drinking with Dan Dunn, and it's just a cavalcade of stars. As far as appearances, I will be having orgasms in people's mouths with consent.
Good.
And warning.
Yes.
I'll be doing that throughout the holidays.
Necessary.
I will give warning. Here it comes. And there will be consent. Because I've learned. Today on this show, Maddy has taught me a valuable lesson.
Good. I'm glad that age 44 you figured it out.
No more unannounced explosions. It all has to be on the level.
You got to make an announcement.
Thank you, Maddy.
You're welcome. I got your back.
That's right. Here it comes. Okay. That's my plug.
Alex?
You could follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar, and check out my podcast with Kim Congdon called Broad Topics on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live every Thursday at 9:30, or you could catch it for free every Monday on iTunes and YouTube.
Awesome. Dan, take it away.
And now it's time for everybody's favorite segment on Revenge Fantasies, Annoying Little Thingies.
Why does it say paper jam when there is no paper jam? I swear to God, one of these days I just kick this piece of shit out the window.
Just get your ticket and move on, okay? Get your goddamn ticket and move on!
Don't hassle me about crumbs, man, because I am on the edge of the edge.
Let's have it, buddy.
This is a simple one. I think everybody has dealt with this. Just happened to me the other day. I went to a coffee place to get a muffin, right? And a cup of coffee. And it was like $7. Gave it 10. And I just said, keep it. And the woman behind the counter just didn't acknowledge it. Just put the $3 into the thing. No, thank you. Right? And I think that happens, I don't know about it in New York, but it happens all the time out in LA. Like you just go. Even times like if I go get something at a coffee shop and it's $3 and I give them $5 and I say, keep it, the other $2. It's like a 40% tip and you didn't do anything. You're not a server. You're not coming out, all you're doing is working the cash register, and I'm completely fine with that. And I'm completely fine with it. But you have to acknowledge it, right? And I'm wondering if it's possible if I can just reach into the jar and take the money out and go, you know what? On second thought, I'm not going to give you a fucking 40% tip because you came and say thank you to me. Everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy right now.
I'm not. I'm identifying.
No, shouldn't they say thank you?
Of course
Maddy?
they should.
Is this not a thing?
I think it's a shitty job and they already get paid like shit, so they don't owe you anything.
Yeah, but you're on their side.
I know you're on their side, but it's a fucking shitty job, and the tip jar gets divided between 12 baristas, so it's like, okay, thanks. And they're probably
Even more
stressed and
reason
don't
to
have
say thank you.
health insurance, and I get it because I always overtip, but I'm fucking over it.
You're over tipping?
No, I'm over getting annoyed when people don't say thank you, because I've been over tipping and I used to be like, similar to you, but now I'm like, whatever. They're fucking tired.
I get that, but in a way, you're sort of being like, you're giving them like a little like, hey man, I get it. Like I get that it's the acknowledgement of like, I know this sucks. I'm trying to make it a little bit better for you, but I get that they're so worn down that they're just like, I can't. It's like when something's dying and you're trying to pick its head. It's like wrestling when you're like holding the guy's hand and it just keeps flopping. Like I get that at that point, but like it does annoy me. It's in the deli is where I specifically appreciate it because I'm always like, I always take the dollar and I'm like, and the guy's got to see me do it. So I throw in the game. He's like, thank you, Poppy. Okay. Like so when I don't get it, I'm just sort of like, did they see that I did it? Did they know that here's what it is. It's the fact that I want them to know that I appreciate them. And if there's I'm not really mad at them. I'm like, fuck, I don't want them to think that like, I just think of them as some like robotic piece of shit, the way the nature of the job is. Mm-hmm. And that's what the slight is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be like, hey, man, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Is that, Dan, is that sort of where you're coming from? Or is it, you're just like, no.
Let me, a couple things.
Baristas are also inherently not very warm. Baristas are not the warmest
but it doesn't even have to
people.
be, it can be any scenario where tipping isn't an automatic thing. Right? Like I'm fine with tipping servers and my bartenders or people like, but there's, and a lot of this, by the way, it's a we'll go back to societal problem here, Justin, is that the onus has been shifted off of where it should be, which is the owners of the fucking business, right?
The employer.
I just went to get I went to get a Christmas tree, and at the Christmas tree lot, there's a giant sign that says the people that work there, their survival, this is what it was worded this way, their survival is based on tips, which to me, the sign should read, we're not paying these motherfuckers who are busting their asses. We're not going to pay them. Whoever owns those, whoever just charged me $140 fucking dollars for a 6-foot fucking tree is making money, but they put a sign up. It's galling to me to go, we're not going to pay them. It's on you. And it's the same thing. Like people that work in a shitty barista job, guess what? Starbucks isn't hurting for money, and the C-suite at Starbucks is making plenty of money, but they don't pay their employees enough, and the onus gets put on us, and they're pissed off, and then I get pissed off because let's face it, one of these things happened to me when I was in New York, and I was by NYU, and I got to figure a lot of these college kids are not tipping when they get coffee.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
They're college kids. So if I'm leaving a $2 tip on a fucking $3 cup of coffee, throw me a thanks, man. Go, yeah, I get it. We're in this together. The rising tide lifts all boats here. Say thank you to me. Say fuck you to Mr. Starbucks.
Your grievance
He's
is
the
with,
asshole.
Your grievance is with Mr. Starbucks. If you notice,
Not the employee.
Not the employee. Your grievance is with Mr. Starbucks. So when you give the tip, the way you need to throw the tip, this is what you need to do. You take the tip. You be like, "Is your manager here, by the way?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, is there a problem?" Be like, "There's no problem at all. You're doing fucking great." And then you take the money and you crumple in his face and you throw it in the manager's face. You go, "That's for that guy. He's doing a great job." That's how you do it. Or the owner. That's basically how you do it. You have to punish them.
Personally, as a white woman, I can't ask if the manager's there.
Why?
Because
you're a Karen.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to say the word manager.
Or maybe we apply the lesson that we learned earlier from Maddy's first story, which is this: communication. So maybe next time I go like this, listen, I'm about to give you a $2 tip on this $3 cup of coffee. I'm about to do that. What I need you to do back is say thank you. Because otherwise, I'm going to feel like you grabbed my head and rammed it onto your cock.
If someone said that to me,
you're a psycho.
I would quit on the spot. I would quit on the spot and throw my apron in if someone said that to me.
If someone was, I'm doing this like it's a movie right now. He's like, "Here, you're the barista. We're gonna play it. I'm you, Dan. Ready?
Hey, latte for Justin.
No, Dan. Ready? Go again.
A latte for Dan. It's $4.
Say it's $3. So it's
$3. Latte.
What I'm about to do is give you this $5 and not ask for the change. Big word, something. What I need you to do is say thank you to me, or I want the change back.
I would literally be like, did your wife just divorce you?
Does this seem fucking sane, you fucking lunatic?
Yeah. That's not the communication I was looking for.
No.
It's not a relationship.
It's not a relationship.
They don't think about you at all.
It's a momentary...
It's not at all.
I want this to be rewarding. I want this experience to be rewarding for both of us.
Then
right?
you know what?
And so I'm just...
They will never think it's rewarding. They work in a coffee shop.
Here's what you do, Dan. You know what you want to know what you do? Fuck that. You got to buy them like a real go in there like once a year and you'd be like, you know what? Like give them all a fucking hundo. Like my mail
out.
Yeah, like my mailman. You know what I mean? That's like, I'm like, hey, Kramer Kersey, here's a $100 bill.
Right.
Thanks, Justin. He puts, you know what I'm saying? Give him like the hundo once a year so it's got the bigger bang. Go to the same coffee shop, make a wait, you're lonely. That's the problem. You need a relationship with somebody.
That's the
you
problem.
want friends. So you go in there, you go to the same coffee shop, you make a relationship. What do you think I do with all the producers at Gas Digital at the end of the year? I give them a nice fucking tip. Sorry, Alex, I didn't do it last year, but this year I promise. We had COVID. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're really seeking. This is a you problem.
I think it's a you problem too.
I'm like, you're not seeing me. You're not seeing
That's what it is. All right, we got a little bit
I just gave you $2.
$2 is nothing. Have you heard of inflation?
Yeah, $2, Dan. $2.
I think, but I do think this segment was. This story comes at the perfect time. Like this is nothing more or less than an annoying little thingy. Like I kind of get it. When I put a couple bucks in a tip jar and I don't get acknowledged, I am a little bit annoyed.
You're on Dan's side?
Yes,
Dan's side. It's an annoying little thingy.
Take a few dollars off your fucking Christmas tip this year.
Oh well.
Wow, I'll take it. I'll take the Christmas tip.
And look how appreciative she is. See what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Manipulation, Dan. You play down the middle. the middle lane too much. You got to manipulate people.
All right, Justin. Well, I'll be sure not to thank you.
All right. This next segment is called Real Revenge.
Is Dan mad at us?
Yes.
In a world
when fortune smiles on something as violent and ugly as revenge,
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
I ain't through with you by damn sight. I'ma get medieval on your ass. Shit, not that! But take from them everything!
Okay, Maddie. Here's how we play. Real Revenge. I'm going to give log lines of movies where the theme is revenge. You guys are going to buzz in. We're going to do 3 of these, all right? You guys are going to buzz in by simply saying your name. You have to wait until I'm finished, right? And give me the name of the movie and, if you can, the year of the movie. But you got to wait until I'm done so that the listeners can play along as well.
We're going to buzz in by saying our own names.
So if I'm done, you just say Maddie, Dan, Alex.
Wait till you're done.
Sorry. My buzz-in's going to be thank you.
Oh, okay.
And for this one, because we're in the tipping spirit, $5.
Okay.
I'm going to give $5.
Wow.
Okay? Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Only 3.
What'd you say?
Only 3? Or there's only going to be 3?
There's only going to be 3 this time.
Because
that's not. Oh, that's.
When I did it last week, there were 5. Maybe I just work a little harder than you. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Just saying, I prepared 5. Thank you.
Wow.
See the love coming through with my fucking thank yous?
Wow.
See?
I would never date you.
Dan, let me tell you something. Next time I come over to your house, you can grab the back of my head and fucking shove your cock down my throat and just clean fucking pipe. All right, here we go. Movie number 1. A wisecracking mercenary gets experimented on and becomes immortal but ugly and sets out to track down the man who ruined his looks.
Alex.
Go.
Deadpool.
Year?
Let me think for 1 second. When did I see? I know who I was dating at the time, but I dated him for 10 years, so it's such a fucking span. I'm going to say 2015.
2016.
I was going to say 16.
And you got it. You have to get within 3 years. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Do I get a half a point for that?
Yeah,
You get I say the whole point. I think the year is just fun. If you get the movie, you get the movie.
You're good.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. When an attorney knowingly withholds evidence that would acquit a violent sex offender of rape charges, the convicted spends 14 years in prison. But after release, knowing about the attorney's deceit, he devotes his life to stalking and destroying his family. When practical attempts to stop it fail, the attorney realizes that he must act outside the law to protect his wife and daughter.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dan.
Cape Fear.
Year?
2004.
1991, but still, you still get it.
I just decided you get a half. You get an extra half point for the year.
You get an extra half point.
We're doing that forever.
You get an extra half point. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Cape Fear.
Okay, so 1-1-0, and I didn't think of a fucking tiebreaker, which is the problem with this. You're right. It can't just be 3.
I don't think I'm going to get one.
I think don't not do it on purpose.
No, I won't, but I'm just not I'm not a film buff.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't want you to still think you're not good enough because that fucking piece of shit and then like capitulate your life any more than you already have.
Now every time I see Justin, he's going to be like, you're good enough.
You know you're good enough.
Don't let any man come on you without your permission.
I'll sympathy fuck you. And I was talking to Dan. just now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, me too.
No, because Dan. Okay, here we go. You guys are going to get this. In the first year of Germany's occupation of France, an Allied officer assembles a team of Jewish soldiers to commit violent acts of retribution against the Nazis, including the taking of their scalp. He and his men joined forces with a German actress and an undercover agent to bring down the leaders of the Third Reich. Their fates converge with the theater owner who seeks to avenge the Nazis' execution of her family.
Alex.
Go.
Thank you.
Inglourious Bastards.
Is it?
Yes.
I was going to say
that's one of my favorite movies,
close.
dude. I love it.
What's the year on that?
I don't know, but I'm going to say
2010.
2011.
2009. Now, I know that Dan got that as well because there is a slight delay because we're streaming. So let me just show you, because I want everybody to know how much I appreciate you all.
Wow.
Only 2.
What?
There's only 2.
I have another one in my bag. I'm going to give you one too. Everybody gets $5.
Yay.
Thank
Everybody
you,
gets $5. You're
Justin.
welcome, Daniel.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, Oprah.
Look at you. Holiday cheer.
I'm making it. I'm making it rain in this motherfucker.
And guess what I say to you? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Justin, thank you, Justin.
You're welcome.
See, feel the power of those 2 words. Look at everybody is perked up. Alex, by the way, thank you as well.
Very perky in here.
Thank you, Dan. Thank
Everybody-
you,
It's chilly.
Justin.
It
And
is
thank
chilly.
you, Maddie.
Everybody,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Until next week. Well, you can't really say it. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week
Wait,
on
Justin,
Revenge.
wait. Not to cut you off. Let me just say one more thing.
What?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank
you,
you.
Alex. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, listeners.
Fuck
Thank
off.
you.
Fuck off.
Everybody.
Cause